All right. Good morning. Good morning to some. Good afternoon to others. We're in here again. Don't forget when you're in here to hit that like button. Um, and like the title says, today's for the thumbnail, anyways, for the thumbnail, like it says today, it is the title today is hold on. Perversion of the gospel. Um, I felt this was a great one. Felt this is a great one to go over. And don't forget to hit that like button on the way in. Felt this was a great one to go over um, because of, so much in life we have people that are supposed to be teachers and teaching things of sound. Shalom, Lawrence. Shalom, Lawrence. That are supposed to be teaching sound information, sound knowledge that is to be simply for the benefit of yourself and for others. But in everyday life, but especially when it comes to the gospel, this is very important. So today we'll be exploring Galatians chapter 1, verses 6 through 10 in the Bible to see what Paul says about individuals who perverse the teachings of the Bible. Right out. Get everyone get some time to get there. And we'll go into it. Okay. Starting with verse 6 in Galatians chapter 1. Verse 6 in Galatians chapter 1 reads as such from the Amplified version of the Bible. I am astonished and extremely irritated that you are so quickly shifting your allegiance and deserting him who called you by the grace of Christ for a different, even contrary gospel, which is really not another gospel, but there are obviously some people masquerading as teachers who are disturbing and confusing you with a misleading, counterfeit teaching and want to distort the gospel of Christ, twisting it into something which absolutely it is not. But even if we or an angel from heaven should preach to you a gospel contrary to that which we originally preached to you, let him be condemned to destruction. As we have said before, so I now say again, if anyone is preaching to you a gospel different from that which you have received from us, let him be condemned to destruction. I am now trying to win the favor and approval. Am I now trying to win the favor and approval of men or of God? Or am I seeking to please someone? If I was still trying to be popular with men, I would not be a bond servant of Christ. This passage is to speak directly to those who are teachers of the teachings of God in Christ, but it's also to speak directly to the listeners of those teaching these this message that God has for us all. It calls for the listeners of said teachers to question and try the teachings of these teachers to make sure that what they are teaching is in alignment with the Bible and can be applied to our everyday lives. And those who are practicing these perverse teachings should be treated as a mortal enemy, because the Almighty will. Either you're with him or you're against him. There are no fence sitters. But this passage goes on to prove a profound statement that I've heard to be true about humanity. And it was spoken like this: this world was never about truth or lies. They're only hard facts. Despite that, everyone who exists in this world mistakenly believes that only facts that are favorable to them are truths. They know no other way to live, but for the powerless who make up most of the world, facts that act against them are the only truths. In the end, people don't care about truths or lies. The only thing they care about are facts that favor their own agenda. They don't mind sending you like sheep to the slaughter for the benefit of their own selfish goals. And so basically, these people who are trying to be popular or trying to do whatever it is for whatever reason. They are not of God. They are not of Christ. They will be treated as enemies for sending for sending people in general like sheep to the slaughter. This is an act that God takes very seriously, um, because of the simple fact you are slandering his name in doing so. And this is something that he does not appreciate. He despises in all actuality, because you are making a mockery of him and you are lying on him. And I'm going to ask everyone real quick before I get ready to close. I mean, how many of you in here, put a one in the chat if you don't like for someone to make a mockery of you or lie about your character, your integrity, about who you are and what you represent. Just put that one in the chat if you don't like that. Or if you do like it, put a two. I mean, if you like for somebody to lie on you like that, put a two. To falsely represent you. Exactly. I mean, most people wouldn't. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to close down here, and then I'm going to make me something to drink here. Give me a tea. I'm going to make me some tea before I start back up. And it'll probably be before 12:45, but I did have it set up to have the barbershop talk on it, and we'll talk about it. But I want to thank everyone for coming out and listening, for being a part of this, to get some of this information. All I want to do is bring to you actual truths, actual facts that you can apply to your everyday life to help make yourselves better, to help make you grow. I mean, I can't make you do it. The only thing I can do is present it for you to be able to use for yourself. You have to do it for yourself. But that's all I have. I want everyone to be blessed, and we will be back shortly in the barbershop talk. Thanks, everyone. Peace.